Hey y'all, welcome back to Dom Delivers. You already know the vibes. This is where we drop gems, keep it raw and real, and get you right. I'm your host, Dom, your biggest cheerleader, your accountability partner when necessary, the wake-up call you ain't know you needed. Hold up. What if I told you that the only thing that was holding you back was a little lie that you've been telling yourself? Think about it. Can you recall a moment where you held yourself back? Not because you weren't ready, but because you doubted yourself. Hold on to that thought, because we're about to unpack it. Last week, we talked about finding your tribe, how to level up, attract the right energy, and cut off the dead weight. Y'all were in my DMs heavy. Like, Dom, I really had to reevaluate my whole entire friend list. But today, we're switching gears. We got to talk about the other thing that's holding you back. The little voice in your head that whispers, who do you think you are? That hesitation when the opportunity shows up and when you start questioning yourself, asking, do I even deserve it? We're talking about self-doubt and imposter syndrome. I need y'all to hear me on this episode. Owning your own space, shutting down the negative voice, and stepping into your purpose like you were built for it. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, whatever your vibe is, and get comfortable. Now that we're all settled in, let's break it down. Before we could shut down self-doubt, we got to understand, what is it really? So what is exactly imposter syndrome, and why does it hit so damn hard? Imposter syndrome is when you start doubting your own abilities, like you don't belong in the spaces that you work hard to be in. It's feeling like a fraud, like any minute somebody's going to expose you. You ever get a new job? You ever get accepted into a program, start something new, and instead of feeling proud, you feel unqualified, like you just lucked your way in? That's imposter syndrome right there, baby. Let me be real. This feeling hits different when you're a black woman, first generation college student, the only person in your circle who's trying to elevate and make it to the top. It's that pressure that I gotta work or be twice as good just so I could demonstrate or show an average energy. It's really, really exhausting. I got a story time for y'all. When I first started this podcast, I had all the doubts, like, who gonna listen to me? Do I even sound good? Am I even worth hearing? I almost talked myself out of this several times before I even dropped the episode, but somebody DM'd me after my first episode and said, Dom, I needed to hear this. Thank you. And that's when it hits. It hit me so hard that it's not about me. This is about showing up for people who need to hear what I gotta say. So if y'all out here playing small, thinking you don't deserve to be in the room, let me tell you, baby, you are the room. Act like it. I want you to be real with me. Have you ever felt like you didn't belong, even though you earned your spot? I want you to DM me. Slide through my DMs and tell me how you pushed through, because, baby, I want to hear about it. Now, y'all know I always got a challenge, a takeaway, a ask. I need y'all to do something for me. So this week, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down 3 things that you thought you couldn't do, but you did. You came through, you handled your business, and you made it happen. Keep that list. Look at it every time that self-doubt creeps in. Now, girl, if you like what you've been hearing so far, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. All right, we all know what imposter syndrome is and how it be showing up, but for real, where's all this self-doubt really coming from? Like, how it just worm or slide its way through into our little head? Most of the time, self-doubt ain't even something we choose. It's something we have been conditioned to feel. Let me give you the top 3 reasons why self-doubt stay lurking. Number 1 is comparison culture. You know, late night scrolling on the TikToks, Instagram, seeing everybody out there winning, and now you're just questioning yourself. But listen, social media is just a highlight reel. You're seeing somebody's chapter 20 while we on chapter 3. Moral of the story, stay in your lane. I used to think that something was wrong with me because I wasn't in a relationship. I would scroll on the grams and see people booed up, hugged up, couple goals. In the caption, matching outfits, vacation pics, and I started feeling like, damn, maybe I ain't lovable. Real life started showing me the truth. Behind them IG posts, Oaks is miserable. They just upset. Some folks I used to envy that they were in toxic relationships. Folks was getting lied to, cheated on, even getting their ass beat. And I had to check myself. Was I really missing out, or was I being protected? Moral of the story is, everything that glitters ain't gold. Stop doubting your worth just because your timeline is trying to tell you that you should have something. But let me remind you, what's for you will find you. But in the meantime, you definitely just got to focus on you. You ever catch yourself in this comparison trap? I know I have. I want you to take a second and think. Who you been stacking your life up against? Was that even a real full picture? Number 2, perfectionism. If you're waiting for the right time to be ready before you start, baby, you ain't never gonna start. The starting is a very messy situation, and I need you to start scared. Just start. Number 3 is old mindsets. Some of y'all be moving like y'all the old version of yourselves, the one that played it safe, but you're not that person no more. Evolve. Stop being on my fitness journey, right? Dropped all that weight, feeling good, looking like a joint, looking like a snack. When I first started, I still saw myself as the girl who I used to be. Even with the progress, my mind was still stuck in the past. I really had to learn how to see myself in a new way. Have you ever done something amazing but feel like you ain't there yet? That's your mind holding you back. I need you to let that go. Now I know that that's a lot, but here's the thing. Just because self-doubt shows up doesn't mean that it has to stay. We are done talking about fixing the problem. Now let's talk about the fix. And how do you shut down that negative voice and step into your purpose like you were built for this? The way how you do that, number 1, we're going to flip the script. When your mind says, I'm not ready, I need you to respond with, I'm going to figure it out. When it says I don't belong, I need you to say I earned this. Number 2, I need you to take that shot. You miss 100% of the opportunities that you don't even take. Even if you fail, you learn. Either way, it's still a win. I'm calling you out. Matter of fact, I'm calling you in the best way I know how. What's one opportunity that you have been scared to go for? I am going to challenge you to write it down right now. Better yet, slide in my DMs and tell me what it is. We got to hold each other accountable. Hit me up at Don Diva Dom on the socials. Number 3, I need you to put yourself in rooms that you are scared of. You are not going to grow if you only stay where you're comfortable. Step up and step out. Surround yourself with the right energy. If your circle ain't uplifting you, find a new one. Point blank, period. Last but not least, I need you to speak life into yourself. I don't care how corny it sounds. Look into the mirror and tell yourself, I belong here. Here's the challenge. Here's the ask. This week and every time you hear that negative voice in your head, I need you to replace it with the following words. I'm capable. I deserve this. I was made for this. And I need you to stay until you believe it. You know, you can go back a few episodes and check out the episode on mantras because I definitely dropped some gems there too. So now that you have the tools, I need to leave you with some real talk because this is the part where we get right. This is the most important part of the message of the whole entire episode. You deserve to be here, period. Let me break it down one last time. You ain't lucky to be in that job. You work hard for it. You ain't faking it. You're learning and growing. You ain't too much. You exactly who you are and who you're supposed to be. Stop waiting for permission. Stop questioning if you belong. If you needed this today, say it out loud with me. I belong here. Yeah. Say it like you mean it. And if you're really bold, record yourself saying it. Tag me. I want to see you standing in your power. Why? Because you belong here. Point blank, period. Now, before we wrap this up, let's take a quick recap to lock it all in. We broke down what is the imposter syndrome, that feeling that you don't belong even though you earned your spot. We talked about where self-doubt comes from, comparison culture, perfectionism, and them old mindsets that are definitely holding you back. But most importantly, we covered how to shut it down, flipping the script, take that shot even when you're scared, putting yourself in rooms that challenge you, surrounding yourself with the right energy, and speaking life into yourself. At the end of the day, baby, you're not a fraud. You ain't lucky. You belong here, period. Next week, we're going to be getting into taking bold risks. No more hesitation, straight action. Because listen, if you don't believe in yourself, who will? Thanks for rocking with me. Dom delivers. If this episode hit, please send it to a friend, someone who needs to hear it. Tag me on the socials, Don Diva Dom. You know I love to see it, love to interact with y'all. Make sure you subscribe. Stay locked in. Until next time, stay real, stay you, and keep on delivering your dreams. Peace.